Through Job 8, 9, and 10 as we get into it, and there's going to be a couple of things we're going to watch before that. But here's the thing. What I'd like to do is, here's what often happens. I prepare a lesson, I get my PowerPoint prepared as I did this morning, and then I decided I'm just going to kind of firm it up this morning. So I got up and turned everything on at 6:30, and then I just happened to go to another website, and I found this really great thing on Job 8, 9, and 10. I found this Sunday school class in I don't even know where the church is, frankly, but I copied all of this stuff, and I thought, oh, this is so good, I should have done this, and I didn't have time to change it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass these things out, but I want different people, like, with different perspectives. For instance, somebody who would be willing to look and then give us the perspective of a woman's side of things. Somebody who would be willing to speak out. In other words, remember, I'm going to deputize you as people who have authority to bring up any ideas that you may see in here, or even ideas from your own experience. I just need a woman to do this, so you get the pink one, all right? Sorry to be sexist, but okay, you got that one. All right, very good. That's wonderful. And then we need somebody who is, we need a male perspective, somebody who could do the same thing and be looking at all these different, there's 37 pages of stuff. This is just great material, and as I teach it, somebody's going to need to deal with these things. Just from a male perspective, you got that, Oscar? Cool. All right, now, is there anybody here whose spouse who has said to your spouse, or your spouse has said to you, you just think in terms of black and white. That's all. You are just black and white. Anybody ever said that? Anybody ever said that to some? Really? Your spouse? Okay, so you get the black and white one, all right? So that's the black and white one. As a matter of fact, on that one it's thicker because I didn't even put it double spaced, because you don't like double space. You're black and white. Everything on the right page, everything on the front page, that's it. All right, then hold up another one. Hold up another one. Okay, yellow. Yellow is somebody who is optimistic, all right? Somebody who has just got a great, somebody is...
We want to optimistic. Can we swap out?
You're not black and white? Okay. Is there anybody then who's black and white? Somebody who's just, this is Milt. Milt, you're black and white. Here you go. Here you go. Just take a look at this. And you don't have to, I'm not going to call on you or anything. It's just that I'm giving you a bunch of great stuff on Job 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to pass by it, and I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it. All right? And so green. Green is for somebody who's young, who is just new to the earth. Somebody like Aisha. That would be great. There you go. And then this old goldenrod one is for somebody, one of our ancient folks, one of the ancient holy ones here. There you go. All right. This is great. This would be for you. All right. So here's your point, and that is this. I hereby deputize those of you who have these things. You don't have to say anything. But there's just a lot of great information on each of the phrases almost that as we go through Job 8, 9, and 10, it was a wonderful way to look at it. And so you're going to have to read a lot to keep up, and you're going to be looking at the screen and looking at that. You're going to be checking things out. You're going to be wondering, should I say this? Should I not? I'm just going to leave that up to you. But you are now deputized as, it starts with a C. That word starts with a C. Charlie.
If you text me back, I'll raise my hand and tell you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, what happened?
There's a couple of things that came up. Are we starting on the PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, we're not starting on the PowerPoint. I wanted to do this. Well, I guess we are. Right here from the beginning. All right, so we're in the book of Job. Now, Karen, can you explain these two things again? I took a picture of them and I got them up, and frankly, I have not even read them yet.
Okay, so many weeks ago, it took me this long to remember when Dennis was there and we had the camera. June gave me June.
Okay, thank you.
Gave me these two little, from her daily word calendar, and she felt they related. We were going through that section on praise, and it was like a couple weeks later. So I thought these were great. So I asked Dennis to take a picture of them so that we could share them with everybody. So they're reminders to not forget our whole segment on praising God and thankfulness in every part of life's circumstance.
Thank you, June. Let's read it. Let's see if maybe the reason it's here is because one of you needs this. It says this: having an attitude of thankfulness in all of life's circumstances will help you react as old Matthew Henry did when he was mugged. He wrote in his diary, "Let me be thankful first because I was never robbed before. And second, although they took my purse, they did not take my life. And third, because although they took my all, it was not much. And fourth, because it was I who was robbed, not I who robbed. I wonder if I could be that thankful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Hey, this is all the more reason for you guys to look at your daily calendars and bring stuff. All right. All right. Here we go. How about this one? It's not quite as. I guess I moved when I took it. Just as Jesus triumphed over death, so He helps us triumph over trouble. Even in the midst of troubles, the Bible says, "I will turn their mourning to joy." Jeremiah 31:13. How does it happen? By looking in faith to God. He has not abandoned us, and He has plans for our future. He can even give us an optimistic spirit, somewhat like the Englishman I heard about during World War II, who stood looking at the deep hole in the ground where his bombed-out home had once stood. Quote, "I always did want a basement, but I did," he said. "Now I can jolly well build another house like I always wanted." I got this morning, all right? Yes. Microphone. No email yet, huh?
Well, I'm explaining what it is.
All right. How many of you know where oh, gracious. I have a mind blank on their names. Walt and Betty are.
Right now?
Are you positive? I just got this email from them this morning. I just now received it. Hi all, this is from Walt and Betty. I'm assuming it's from them. Smoothie?
Yeah.
That's Walt and Betty. And they're in, or can we confirm they're in Egypt?
Apparently.
Apparently this is what, otherwise someone has grabbed their...
That was a plan.
That was their plan? Hi all, here are a few more details of our trip to Egypt. Up until today it was a terrific experience. Today has been an experience that we hope we don't have again. But it was not bad. We never felt threatened. We began the day at 2:45 a.m., still on our cruise boat, and we were in Luxor. We never were near Cairo, except for the first day when we flew into Egypt and then flew on to Aswan. As we were to be up at 2:45, bags out at 3, and then leave the boat at 4. Well, we didn't leave until after 6. The owner of the tour company, Monte, and several of his people were traveling with us, and they were on the phones most of the night getting us a charter flight. The tour company is based in Israel, so they wanted to take us to Israel. I guess planes from Israel couldn't fly into Egypt. We ended up flying into Jordan, getting off the plane, going through immigration, and then back on the plane, finally arriving in Tel Aviv about 12:30 p.m. There were about 120 people on this tour, and after a long time getting through immigrations, those of us who hadn't gotten tickets to go back to the U.S. tonight loaded 2 buses and headed for Jerusalem. So reservations had been made for us at a hotel. Monty had also arranged for 3 women from the airlines to come to the hotel and help us reschedule our flights. Walt waited in line for 3 hours to complete that task while I got our room keys and signed us up for a tour of Jerusalem that Monty is going to take those who are interested in tomorrow. Well, we will fly out around midnight tomorrow night and get to JFK about 5 a.m. Tuesday morning. Then we'll be on our way on our own to see if we can get our original flight changed back to Dulles. If not, we will find some other way back to the D.C. area. It's been quite an experience, but it's been obvious that God has been with us. We only saw one time of demonstrations, and that one was in Edfu 2 days ago. Can't imagine what the people are doing that are waiting to get out from the Cairo airport. Well, they're waiting there is what they're doing. Dory and anyway, thanks for your prayers. Love Mom and Dad, Bet and Walt. Sent from my iPad just to let us,
know that they have it.
Yeah, I got to let us know that they have it. All right, so be praying for Walt and Betty. I didn't even know that they were in Egypt. I'm praying, wow. My sister always goes to Egypt, and I was hoping she's not there. I found out she wasn't. Okay, great. Nobody I know is there. And I get this morning. All right, so anyway. But also, we also got from Sandy Toplinsky. Now this is important, what is going on in Egypt and in Tunisia and in Jordan. There's uprisings in Jordan as well. Why is this important? Yeah?
And Yemen.
And Yemen. Why is this important? Think back to what we heard about Lebanon.